Hey, folks. Welcome to Verified Investing Alerts here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist. Today's date is Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. So we're going to talk about big key levels. We have lots of earnings out, but first I have to touch on GameStop. GameStop continues its insanity. The trade, the price point is $215 pre-market here. This was above $350 pre-market at one point. Now it's back down to $215. That's still up 45% on the day. This is insane, folks. I am not in this. We did day trade it a few days ago as a short trade. We made money on it. We were very lucky in that respect to be in and out very quickly because we chose key technical levels. But aside from that, I'm staying away. This is too crazy for me even. If I had a long-term view and, just be short 100 shares, yeah, I mean, that's fine. Eventually, this will come down to earth. I think every common sense person knows that. If you look at Tilray, when it went to 300 a while back, it ended up at $6 before now being, underneath 20. All these names eventually come back to earth, but in the short term, you don't know. And we heard from Melvin Capital today that they covered their short. Andrew Left covered his short. Those guys were swing trading it. I never swung trade this, thank goodness, because it sure is an insane one. In addition, take a look at AMC, folks. So this company basically on the borderline of bankruptcy. They did raise some capital, but the question is how long will it last? This stock is up 220% here today. This is the new one that Wall Street Bets is really pushing. And again, in terms of technical resistance, you basically have this double top up here at $20.60. Would I short it there? Probably not. Maybe as a quick day trade. That's about it. Because, again, the way things have been running here, it's a little too crazy even for me with these stocks. All right, it's just unpredictable. The levels are getting blown through. They usually get quick pullbacks, and you got to be nimble. But that's about it. All right, let's talk about earnings, folks. Before I do that, before we get into Boeing's earnings here this morning, I want to talk about a couple things with you here. Number one, follow me on Twitter at Gareth Soloway. That's easy to do. Also, come to InTheMoneyStocks.com, and you can find my name at the top of the website. There's a drop down, and you have my two services underneath there. One is Verified Investing Alerts. One is Verified Option Alerts. All right. Verified Investing Alerts has swing trading stocks in it where I give my live swing trades out. Swing trading options, obviously, is Verified Options Alerts. Just to put it in perspective, folks, we shorted Plug yesterday, and we are going to be taking about 15% gain on Plug today as a profit. So very easy to do right there. In addition, there are other stocks here like Etsy. We are short from about 225 on Etsy, and it's now trading below 200, so we will look to take some profits on that, or maybe even let it run. But I mean, these right here at 15% and over a 10% winner today alone are going to be in our pockets. You can't beat that. All right, getting back to Boeing here, let's take a look. Boeing down $6. It was down 10 pre-market. The obvious day trading level here for today is going to be 187. It's still a ways below, but considering this was down $10 pre-market at one point, don't underestimate the ability in a down market for a stock like this to flush. That is very, very possible. So watch that closely, all right? In terms of a swing trade, I have a level right here where I would play it as a swing trade. The level isn't until 158, though. So it basically means that there's a pocket in this market that needs to deflate. Once you see the GMEs and the AMCs and all those come in, that's going to be key. One area that's getting hit today that I'm noticing is the EV sector. Take a look at CCIV. This was a SPAC that's rumored to be merging with a EV maker. This is getting hammered today after a crazy run up. Tesla's even down about $16. They have earnings after the bell today, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Plug Power, GM and Ford are both down 3% today. FCEL's down 8%. That's a hybrid, a battery maker or a hydrogen maker, I believe. No, FCEL I think is a battery maker, but anyways, bottom line is we are seeing that area start to deflate a little. The question is, does it get a bid when the market's open, or does it continue to deflate for a few days? Most of these stocks like CCIV should come in significantly. First support on CCIV today is 18, Pierce of 18 right here. That's a good support. You can see all the choppy consolidation right in there. I would consider day trading that today as a key level. All right. By the way, I do day trading. I'm live on a microphone. You see my charts live. live. You hear my live entry and exit prices on stocks. So far this year, we're crushing it. Last year, we crushed it insanely. And you can come to inthemoneystocks.com. There's a service. You can see it at the top of the website, the live day trading room. You come in that room. You basically day trade live with me. There's about 500 other people in there. It is an awesome service. We literally have winners basically every day. Our win rate is 94% in that 94% win rate. It's incredible. All right. So that's where we stand right now. All right, AT&T reported earnings. That stock is down a little bit. It had a big run yesterday, so it's really just negating that. I have some call options on this because I like the value proposition of this name. But again, if I was going to swing trade this stock, this would be your level down here, right around 27.50. If we could get a big downdraft in the market for a week or so, then I think that would be a good opportunity there. All right. Just a couple side notes here. Today, the Federal Reserve is going to be issuing their statement at 2 p.m. and then we have a press conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm curious, and I better hear a question from a reporter to Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, that asks, what do you think about the bubble in the market? The markets are up this much. You have stocks like GameStop and AMC doing what they're doing. Does that concern you? Because every other time that it's been asked, he basically blows it off. Hard to blow it off with valuations where they are, when you see, GameStop going to 350 pre-market. Now it's back to 215. It was a $20 stock, a week ago kind of thing. I mean, that's insane, folks. AMC is borderline bankruptcy, even though they raised capital. They're going to blow through that fast. They're going to need more capital. That stock up 200% today. The insanity here is crazy. In addition, I think it's worth noting that Microsoft reported earnings, right? So Microsoft reported earnings yesterday after the bell. This stock was around $245 at one point yesterday after hours. Even above that, it's now only up $4. That's not good performance. That means that big money is selling into it. And what do they know is coming? Do they know the big drop is coming? I mean, these are things that I'm curious about. When good earnings don't get good results, and we've seen this the whole earnings season except for Netflix. All right, take a look at this stock, CCSX, which is a transport stock. This stock reported earnings here, and the stock, again, if you zoom out, the stock has been up a long way, right? And look at what the stock did. It fell right into this support, and it's actually down another $1.50 today. So you're seeing these stocks dump out pretty hefty, and even on good earnings. And that has to be something that kind of raises alarm bells for any smart, intelligent investor and trader. So just keep an eye on that type of thing as well. All right, so another stock that reported earnings yesterday after the bell that I'm keeping an eye on is FFIV. FFIV is down 7% to 193. I do have a key level right here. There's a major gap fill, which we'll be looking for at 180 as a day trade. And again, that will be a good level. I wouldn't swing it there because honestly, I think this stock is up way too much. But I think down here is where you start to get interested. Swing trade some here and then add it here if it were to come down. I know the levels for swing trading are a lot lower, but you have to take into account that this market is so high that you very likely could get a 10 or 15% correction in the market, and you have to be patient where you buy that. You don't want to buy when it's down 2% and then it drops 15% more on you type thing. All right, so I know it's tricky, but I'd much rather be shorting names right now. And again, we have two names that I just shorted in the last few days that are in the money significantly. Actually, another one, Stitch Fix. We shorted Stitch Fix at the highs right up here with the topping tail. And this stock, again, we're in the money about $5 right now. And again, my guess is this Stitch Fix will come all the way down to about $80. We could probably make about 20% on this. So it's a beautiful world out there with volatility. The VXX is higher today nicely. And if it continues, the VXX could easily see north of 20. I like the VXX down in this range because the markets are too complacent. They are too complacent, folks, with the variants of COVID out there, with what's going on with the government. We are seeing more stalling. We're seeing craziness resume. I think the markets initially thought that there would be work between the Republicans and Democrats. It doesn't look like that anymore. And valuations, I mean, when you're talking about valuations on Microsoft and Apple, basically at 35 to 40 forward times, I mean, it's crazy. Those are valuations that are crazy. In a normal market, if you go back to the history, Apple would be trading at a 15 PE. Same thing with Microsoft. And so they're basically double, which makes me worry that they could lose half their value, honestly. Really could. All right, I'm going to get going here. I got to get back to focusing in on trades for our live day trading room, which we'll get into. Also swing trades, verified investing, verified options. Come join us here at inthemoneystocks.com, guys. Lots of action, lots of money to be made. It's the best. Frankly, it's just the best.